We've been keeping a little secret from the kids that they're about to find out.
A peaceful beach photo, a handwritten message in the sand, and a simple confession about faith somehow turned into one of the most emotionally dissected Bates family discussions in months. While Katie Bates Clark was quietly opening up about surviving a painful season behind the scenes, another corner of the internet was busy tracking comment sections, missing likes, sibling interactions, and possible signs of tension hiding underneath the family's polished image. At the exact same time, Carlin Bates Stewart was doing the complete opposite, filling her page with fireworks, Disney castles, screaming kids, and full influencer family vacation chaos. And honestly, the contrast between the sisters right now feels impossible to ignore. One appears to be quietly pulling inward. The other is leaning fully into the loud, fast-moving lifestyle that comes with internet fame. The emotional center of the conversation this time easily belonged to Katie Bates Clark after she uploaded one of the most vulnerable captions followers have seen from her in a very long time. The post itself looked calm and almost cinematic at first glance. Sitting alone on a New Jersey beach at sunset, Katie wore a soft pink sweater and striped shorts while staring out toward the ocean under a fading twilight sky. Another photo showed the words, "God loves you," written directly into the sand beside a large heart. But honestly, once people started reading the caption itself, the entire mood shifted immediately. Katie openly admitted that this year has pushed her into one of the darkest and most emotionally difficult seasons of her life so far. She explained that although she has always heard people say Jesus is faithful, this was the first year she truly understood what that meant personally, because there were moments she genuinely did not know how to keep moving forward. She described days where the emotional weight of life felt far heavier than the strength she had left to carry it, admitting there were times she could barely manage to put one foot in front of the other just to survive. And honestly, the line that seemed to stop people emotionally was when Katie admitted she wishes parts of this year could have looked completely different, and that there are certain things she would change in a heartbeat if she could. Even without explaining exactly what she meant, the wording immediately felt deeply personal and unusually heavy compared to her normal content style. She later added in the comments that while this season is not something she or her family would ever choose, she is learning compassion and grace through the pain anyway. Instagram quickly flooded with support from both followers and family members. Zach wrote, "We love you." Whitney commented, "Love you, sis." While Lawson, Brandon, Josie, and Carlin all publicly showed support beneath the post. But honestly, the conversation became much messier once the update crossed into Reddit, because viewers immediately started analyzing not what Katie said, but what she did not do afterward. Internet sleuths quickly noticed that Katie never responded to any of her siblings' comments. She did not like them, reply to them, or publicly interact with them at all, despite engaging elsewhere online. And almost instantly, that tiny digital detail became the center of a massive theory spiral. Some users became convinced her silence was intentional and represented deeper tension happening privately within the family itself. Others pointed out that Katie also appears to have quietly stopped interacting with some of Carlin's recent posts altogether, which only fueled even more speculation about shifting sibling dynamics behind the scenes. From there, the internet fully entered detective mode. Some commenters theorized that Alyssa and Ellie are now Katie's true emotional inner circle, while others accused certain siblings of leaving performative supportive comments only for public appearances. Lawson's simple "praying for you" response somehow became one of the most mocked parts of the discussion, with critics calling the comment cold, awkward, and emotionally disconnected. And honestly, this is where the conversation stopped being about Katie's actual emotional message and became something much bigger about how intensely people now monitor this family's digital behavior. At the same time, another discovery quietly added even more intrigue to Katie's situation online. Viewers recently noticed she has been researching an app specifically designed to blur children's faces in videos shared publicly online. And honestly, many followers saw that as a potentially huge shift for someone who has spent years building content around family life and motherhood. Some praised the move as personal growth and healthier boundaries, while skeptics argued influencer culture will eventually pressure her right back into sharing more than she intended again. Meanwhile, while Katie's side of the internet felt quiet, reflective, and emotionally heavy, Carlin Bates Stewart shifted the energy into complete family vacation chaos after surprising Layla and Zade with a Disney cruise and Disney World trip. And honestly, the rollout looked exactly like what longtime viewers would expect from Carlin and Evan at this point: loud, fast-paced, emotional, and fully optimized for internet content. The trip began with Carlin and Evan gathering the kids in the living room for an elaborate clue-based vacation reveal involving slideshows, guessing games, and screaming excitement once Layla finally figured out the surprise destination. Then came the airport travel day itself, which looked exactly like what happens when two exhausted parents attempt to move 3 young children through a packed airport while also filming content at the same time. Evan loaded Mickey Mouse luggage into the Tesla while Zade wandered around adorably asking, "Mommy, is we flying?" before the family boarded their flight to Florida. But honestly, the sweetest moment from the entire trip happened after they landed. Waiting near baggage claim were Evan's parents, completely surprising the kids. The second Layla and Zade spotted them, both children froze in total shock before running forward crying and hugging their grandparents. And for a brief moment, the trip felt much less like influencer content and much more like a genuinely sweet family memory unfolding in real time. Once the family arrived at Disney World, Carlin fully leaned into documenting the experience. The photo dumps featured glowing Cinderella Castle fireworks, giant Mickey-shaped pretzels, matching family outfits, and twilight shots of Evan walking down Main Street holding the kids' hands while carrying backpacks labeled with their names. Carlin described the trip as creating core memories at an alarming rate. And honestly, visually, the entire thing looked exactly like the kind of polished family vacation fantasy social media was built for. But of course, once the Disney content reached Reddit, the mood changed almost instantly. Critics accused the couple of becoming deeply out of touch through constant luxury travel and influencer sponsorships, especially during a difficult economy where many families struggle to afford basic vacations at all. Others argued the non-stop traveling lifestyle creates unstable routines for young children, and accused the couple of prioritizing content creation over things like speech therapy, schooling structure, and long-term developmental consistency. The criticism even became weirdly personal at times. Some users mocked Evan's longer hairstyle, others complained about airplane seating arrangements, and a separate wave of commenters accused Carlin of carefully staging overly aesthetic vacation photos specifically to compete with Josie Online. And honestly, by that point, the conversation had clearly become far less about Disney and much more about how people emotionally react to influencer family lifestyles in general. And maybe that is what makes these two storylines feel so fascinating side by side. Katie's content reflected emotional exhaustion, privacy, faith, and quiet survival during a difficult season. Carlin's reflected movement, energy, spectacle, and the constant momentum of public family life online. One sister seems to be quietly questioning the emotional cost of internet exposure. The other still appears fully comfortable living directly inside it. But now I want to hear from you guys. What was your biggest reaction from these updates? Katie's emotional beachside confession, or Carlin's massive Disney vacation rollout? Do you think viewers are reading way too deeply into Katie's lack of interaction with her siblings online? Or do you understand why people feel something may have shifted privately? And honestly, do you think Carlin and Evan's non-stop travel lifestyle has become excessive? Or are critics simply too harsh on influencer families at this point? Drop all your thoughts, theories, and reactions down below. And if you want more Bates family updates, internet deep dives, and reality TV breakdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next video. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next one.